Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me again, Poe. So I just wanted to do a quick video on the narcissistic tactics and what they'll try to pull when you're about ready to leave. I hope y'all can hear me. I know I have like a really bad habit of recording videos at night while I'm walking outside, but I just love to nature walk, so excuse all the noise and the background noises from the traffic. But basically the tactics that narcissists will employ when you're about to leave. Okay, so one of the things that they'll do is they will stalk you. I know I've talked about stalking before, so I won't go into detail, but basically when you're about to leave, they will show up at your job, call your employers, they will show up at your house, get the neighbors to keep tabs on you. Oh, there's an airplane up there. And sometimes, in some cases, they'll even call the police on you. In some cases, they will call the police on you and get you arrested for a crime they committed. Or, if you know, for the real niggas out there who, you know, I'm not gonna go into detail, but they snitch on you and then they get you arrested. But also another thing that they'll do, they'll smear campaign you. Now what I mean by smear campaigning is rumors and gossip, drama circled around you. So sometimes they'll tell half-truths about like mistakes that you've made. Sometimes they'll just flat out lie. But they can't tell the full truth, because if they tell the full truth, then people are going to start to know that they are lying or they caused that reaction. They're gonna know something's up. So that's why they have to either tell half-truths or they have to flat out lie. That's what I realized, because I was like, if you're going to destroy somebody, most people can be, honestly, if let's just keep it real, most people can be destroyed by the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to destroy somebody, use the truth. Because if it, you know, push comes to shove and that karma comes back around, that, I mean, what's really going to happen to you if you tell the truth? Like, if somebody responded badly, just tell the truth. That makes sense to me. But why tell a half-truth? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. But at the same time, I'm not a narcissist, so I don't understand their mindset. So they'll smear campaign you by rumors, gossip, and sometimes, in some cases, just flat out lie, like just fabricated, like just, you know. And then in some cases, they'll tell people that you're doing what they are doing. Yes. Now, for me, I'm gonna be honest. I've never witnessed someone being smear campaigned. I've been smear campaigned, and I've seen it happen with celebrities, but I've never seen, I guess, the inside scoop on the narcissist. A lot of times when I see a smear campaign, it like I said, it either happened to me or I saw it happen to someone else, but I wasn't able to zoom in on what the narcissist was doing, because a lot of times the narcissists make sure that they're not being seen when they're doing smear campaigns. So you don't know what they're thinking, you don't know their mindset, what's going on in their life. A lot of times you're either a victim of the smear campaign, you're participating in it, unintentionally or intentionally, or you're witnessing someone else go through the smear campaign. And sometimes you may not know what it is. You may just think, oh, it's just gossip, drama. And gossip and drama is what a smear campaign is, but a smear campaign is so much worse than just your casual rumors and drama. You know, that passes by. Like, Love and Hip Hop only lasted for so long before people really became disinterested. But a smear campaign can last 10 years. I know that sounds ridiculous, but a smear campaign can last 10, 20, 30 years. You know, politicians, if you ask a politician what a smear campaign is, they'll tell you. Donald Trump is going through a smear campaign. I believe Donald Trump is going through a smear campaign. And Bill Cosby. I believe Bill Cosby is going through a smear campaign too. Now, there are some people that are, you know, getting punished for what they did, but there are some people who are getting punished for something they didn't do. 9 times out of 10, that is the result of a smear campaign or just being set up or lied on. But that, like I said, that's a smear campaign, setting somebody up for failure and accusing them and punishing them for something they didn't do, or something that they're no longer doing anymore, and they've changed, they become better, or you know, whatever the case may be. So that's what a narcissist will do: smear campaign you, which is you know, like basically rumors and gossip and drama on steroids. And then they will stalk you, and I've talked about stalking before. And then they will, what else will they do? They will stalk you, they will gossip, and they will sabotage and triangulate. Now, most people know what sabotage is. That just basically means get in the way of or ruin any attempts of you progressing, moving forward, or just being happy. But triangulating you is like, think about the shape of a triangle, you know? Once you go up, you go right back down. You know, once you go back down and you want to leave, you can leave and go back up, but you can be brought right back down. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you're at the top, then you can be brought right back down. Then you gotta, you know, get away from the toxicity and get to the right spot, the right angle in your life, the right place, and then you go up. But if you allow the triangulation to work, you could be brought right back down to the wrong side, the dark side, the left side, you know, if that, you understand that analogy. But basically what triangulation is if y'all seen the movie Wizard of Oz, I don't know if y'all have seen it. I don't know if y'all have seen the movie Wizard of Oz or not. Some people have, some people haven't. But basically, on the movie Wizard of Oz, the girl Dorothy basically stood her ground against, I don't know what her name was in the movie. I think her name was like Miss Barnes or something. I don't remember. But she was married to like the town sheriff or something. I really don't remember like the full details. It's been so long since I've seen the movie. But she owned like half the town, and she threatened to get Dorothy's dog euthanized, put down, only because he bit her. Now mind you, Toto bit her because she was a witch with the B word. The B is to replace the W. She was a witch. And so Dorothy stood her ground. You know, Dorothy was like, hey, you're not going to euthanize my dog, like, just because he bit you because you're a B word. But, I mean, he shouldn't be euthanized just because he bit you. Now, I can understand if he got euthanized because he was sick and he was suffering in pain. But he just bit you, and he didn't even bite you hard. You're perfectly fine. You ain't got rabies. So, you know what I'm saying? No, you're not going to put my dog down. I'm going to stand up to you. You're going too far. You know, no. The answer is no. And so basically, in the movie, the lady, the witch, was just basically got all of her army, all of her team against Dorothy to attack her in every way, shape, or possible, and her crew. She almost died. Her friends almost died, and honestly, damn near almost everybody in the village, if you think about it, because I mean, if Dorothy had never made it, what would have stopped the Wicked Witch from continuing on her abuse? You know? So that's what triangulation is. Yeah, that's what triangulation is. Triangulation is, it plays a part in the smear campaign, but I think the triangulation is like the one-worded description of how narcissists react when you're about to leave. The smear campaign, the sabotage, the stalking, all of that is triangulation. That's what that all is in a nutshell. It's all in that triangular pyramid. Well, pyramid is triangular, but a triangular prism, rather. But you get what I'm trying to say. So that's what triangulation is. It's sending people who know you or that could affect you to influence you to come back to them. Sending flying monkeys to sabotage you. Stalking you. Oh, and how they stalk. Let me just list a couple of ways in how they stalk you. So they wiretap, and the government does this too, by the way. The government is filled with narcissists too, but I'm just describing my own personal experience with narcissistic abuse. They will stalk you by wiretapping your phone. They will wiretap your phone. They will send flying monkeys to do their dirty work to stalk you and keep tabs on you. And if this is a governmental thing, if this is political, right? This is a political narcissistic abuse. Then you'll have the police and the military being used as flying monkeys. So this ain't just with narcissistic relationships with just ordinary people. Well, narcissists will never be ordinary people, but what I'm saying is, if it gets to the point where it's like high-level narcissism, political narcissism. If you have somebody that's a narcissist in high places and you've made them upset, they will send police officers that are jaded to come arrest you. Sometimes you're doing something wrong, like something petty, like not putting on your turn signal when you're turning. A cop would have been sent after you to give you a ticket or to make your life a living hell, or harass you, or try to, you know what I'm saying? Like, say if you make a mistake and you, like I said, don't put on your turn signal when you make a turn. Now, that narcissist is already watching you every step of the way and waiting on you to make one mistake, right? To exploit you. So say if you forget to turn on your turn signal. Now, if it's a political narcissist or a narcissist in high places, they're going to be sending people to be watching you so that when you make a mistake, just one small minor mistake, someone will be there seconds later to make sure that you receive punishment. And 9 times out of 10, a punishment that doesn't even fit the crime. So that's what'll happen when you have a narcissist in high places. They'll send police. They'll send your school teachers after you. They'll send family members that don't even live in the same state or city you live in or country. It gets very hectic, especially if you have a narcissist that doesn't like you, that's in a very high position. There's no telling. That just means they can do more damage. Like I said, they can get police to follow you and harass you. They can get the military. They can get someone that has just been released from prison. They can get someone that has been clinically diagnosed to be mentally ill or autistic, or and excuse my language, I don't mean to say this to make people uncomfortable or to be insensitive, but they will get someone that is clinically diagnosed as mentally retarded, and I'm only using it in the contextual sense of the word, not to be mean, but they will get someone that is clinically diagnosed as mentally retarded, that is supposed to be in a support group, that is supposed to be either in a support group or in a mental hospital. They will intentionally release these people and sick them on you. That is how dark narcissism can get, especially if they feel that you're going to leave, or they feel that you're going to expose them. You feel like you're going to outshine them. You're going to be happy with or without them or through them. You know what I'm saying? This is what they'll do. It gets dark. And honestly, some of them will kill you. Like, and I'm not saying that to scare anybody, but it gets serious. Like, this is why I'm posting these videos, because I've been through some near-death experiences. I don't really prefer to get into detail on it, but I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't life or death. I wouldn't be posting these videos and even worried about exposing anything if it had not been for the fact that it's dangerous dealing with narcissists. They will hurt you physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, and in some cases, if none of that works, some of them will kill you. You hear me? Get away from these people. They will hurt or they will kill you. They might kill somebody that's close to you. I'm serious. Get away from these people. They're not normal. Like, I'm telling you. I try not to freak out about this, because I do get concerned for these people who deal with these narcissists. I'm not really worried about myself, because I got a personal relationship with the Creator and the universe. So I believe that no matter what, I'm going to be protected. But not everybody believes what I believe. Some people are atheists. Some people just simply don't believe what I believe. And I'm concerned about those people who don't have a way out. I'm making these videos for the kids out there that are forced to be in these households with these narcissists. I'm making these videos for people who are stuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? No money, no job, no way out. And like the narcissist got you stuck. And some, like I said, some narcissists are physically abusive. Some of them are so psychologically unhinged where they will use any means necessary for you not to leave, even if that means hurting you or killing you. And I can understand why. And some people cannot leave because the narcissist will hurt or kill them. That is how serious it is. Now, I've never experienced anything like that where a narcissist threatened to hurt me or kill me. Not immediately to my face, but it was all passive aggressively. And like I said, the near-death experiences that I did face, I overcame. And I mean, clearly I'm still alive today. But I did experience it, and I would never lie about something like that. Like, that's not fun. It's not fun, someone trying to make your death look like an accident or something that you created or caused. Like, that's not fun for anybody. That's not something to brag about. Like, anybody that, like I said, anybody in the previous video, anybody that suffered narcissistic abuse, they're not going to be bragging unless they're a narcissist too, or they're the real problem and the person that they're talking about is the victim. But if they're bragging, the only way I could see it being reasonable or normal to brag about narcissistic abuse is if you survived it and you've helped other people thrive. That is the only way I could see somebody that's been through it, that's an empath or a codependent, bragging, is if they've gotten through it and they've helped other people who are good people get through it. But if someone's bragging about what they went through, that person's either an inverted narcissist, and the other person is more of the head narcissist, the leader, the cult leader. But other than that, if someone's bragging about the narcissistic abuse they faced, they're an inverted narcissist, they're a masochist, or they may have Stockholm syndrome. That may be possible too. But even somebody that has Stockholm syndrome is not going to brag about what the abuse they face. They may try to justify it. They may try to lie for the narcissist or to cover for the narcissist, but they're not going to be bragging about the abuse they face. I can guarantee you that. So 9 times out of 10, they're probably the real abuser, or they're an inverted narcissist, and the other partner is more of the ringleader, the cult leader. Okay? So I just wanted to say that. But yeah, be careful, because when you leave a narcissist, that's probably one of the most dangerous times of your life. Now, I'm not saying that to scare anyone. I'm saying this to let you know that it's more dangerous when you're with them. But you're at your most vulnerable, I believe, when you're leaving them. It's more dangerous when you're with them. That's the most dangerous point in your life, when you're with them, even though they make you think that it's not dangerous. You're at the moment when you're like, when you have reached your highest peak of love for the narcissist and loyalty for the narcissist. That's when you're at your most dangerous. But you're at your most vulnerable when you leave the narcissist. You're vulnerable to going back. You're vulnerable to meeting someone that's worse. You're vulnerable. But it's okay to be vulnerable, because there is a particular, at first I didn't believe it, but there is a particular beauty in leaving the narcissist. There is. The beauty of leaving the narcissist is you find peace of mind, you find a support group, you find a spiritual family, you find the solid ground, you find actually the truth finds you. You don't find the truth finds you. because you're going to be doing a lot of searching of the truth. You're going to be like so confused when you first leave. Yeah, that confusion is your body cleansing yourself of the abuse. Believe it or not, that's what I believe it is. When you're going through that confusion state, that's just basically what I interpret as your body getting rid of those energetic antigens that the narcissist left behind. Antigens are just toxins that the body naturally creates in stressful, negative, toxic environments.